melees that you feel confident just hands checking them in. And okay, the Sion got banned away. Here's the other big meatball for the top lane. It's the Ornn for Broken Blade.
We have really seen Ornn come up as one of the big, I say counters, obviously, kind of
about whether or not he wants to find that dredge line shot as Skewmon makes his way into the top lane. Gigo tries to flash out of the Pillar of Filth, but Broken Blade's immediately ready to follow. He goes for the brittle, he finds the proc, and Gigo's getting rocked. Skewmon takes a bite out of him. It's first blood. Make sure that G2 can't just play their G2 game. Skewmon already starting off here, looking for this first Drake nice and early. Caps caught out though, Toots going in. Toots finds the solo kill on Caps as Broken Blade makes his way over. That means it's total control over the top side river. Should be a guaranteed 3 grubs for the side of Furia. Skewmon and G2 have to be aware of this. Skewmon's just going to go into enemy territory, take the jungler's favorite camp, the enemy chickens, as Toots isn't going to be able to stop a whole lot about it, but he at least will slow it down. Skewmon actually doesn't get all of the baby chickens. Chunk on the enemy support looking to extend their control over this bot side river. Skewmon still hanging around though. Labrov walking close to the dry brush, does get found out. Tidal wave over the top. Labrov taking a ton of damage, and Tatu. They know that Furia is going after this, and Furia has already used a lot of tools. They wanted to use them to make those kills, but now it's Skewmon getting caught out. He has to flash to try to get away, but the curtain call is opened up. The bullets are firing off, and once again it's G2 grabbing the feet of Warfare. Furia has overplayed their hand, and G2 is happy to punish a little bit of a juggling going on here in mid lane as Tuts is caught out and
they had full control of the choke point leading into river. I think if they play that slower there and engage with the insane amount of hard engage that they have, and the Ornn items are going to be such a big deal when the enemy composition is relying upon just toasting someone as soon as they can, and maybe there's an opportunity here.
Broken Blade. He'll take a little bit of damage here from this Flame Spitter, but honestly, the Kanik Rookern, it gives you so much health, so much. Look for Toots.
Reinforcements on the way.
Yeah, we're gonna get teleports from both sides. Grand Starfall, defensive positioning out of that one. Broken Blade knocked up into the air, but that's not the target you can go after. The Ornn is so tanky, flashes out, going to buffer through the tidal wave there. A lot of damage on this Skewmon, but he ain't dead yet. The Ornn goes through onto 4. Tatu's gonna die, and Caps cooks him up. G2's gonna lose their mid laner right on back. Such critical health bars on both sides. Only Toots and Hans Sama still with a lot of resources to work with, but Fury is hanging around, trying to do more damage to the tier 1 turret. Gigo in the tri-brush, has to be careful here.
Flame spittering them down.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's enough as, Toots.
Toots is in real trouble here. Caps ready to follow it up. Toots does a flash to try to get out, but it is a little bit late. Gigo finds Caps as Skewmon was so preoccupied trying to find the kill. There was enough space between him.
You get the kill, but really you want to try and turn it into an objective. They did get the dragon though, actually. Observers did highlight that. Ultimate, the zone control is tough to deal with, but if he gets caught...
Yeah, Toots in some trouble here, but immediately backed up by Gigo yet again. Labrov coming around on the flank, but he's not close enough. Skewmon and Broken Blade both in a lot of trouble now. Nice tidal wave! Broken Blade still alive for now, but finally falls. Hans Sama and Labrov trying to get a little bit back here. Onto Jojo, onto Ayu, but instead, it's just another kill. Back to Furia.
Going over. Flash invested by Skewmon as well. The mid lane turret will fall, so G2 punches back, but
duo of Hans and Labrov separated off. It was a 1, a 2, and a 2 as Broken Blade fires a nice ulti to hit Ayu. He tries to use the cleanse to get away. He's already used the flash, and Ayu is down. Jojo wants to get away, but he's stunned up at the very edge of the curtain call, and G2 just found exactly what they were looking for. Caps picks up the second one.
Oh, the hook?
Hook onto Toots, but a nice counterattack there with a shockwave to lock them all up. But G2's got a counter to the counter, and they are gonna slam through Furia. Only the jungler left alive as G2 get 2 for free and then immediately follow it up with another double. They'll get the tier 2 in the mid lane. They've immediately got the wave ready to get the tier 2 in the top lane, and this game just got completely smashed in the favor of the LEC number 2 seed.
Hansama offering himself.
Full-on honest 5v5s that you were talking about. Here's what's so hard for Furia's comp to play out. A nice route there coming out from the deadly flourish. Equalizer's not going to get a lot done. It's only LeBron taken low. Tatu's going to grab the kill on him immediately here at the very start as Broken Blade and Skewmon having to retreat now. Curtain Call is fired. Its final shot. G2 have not won the fight. And now with the Grand Starfall coming in, Tatu ain't done. Broken Blade tries to get out, but a little bit more damage is going to seal the deal. Tatu takes out Broken Blade, and staring down the barrel of a difficult situation, Furia calls the bluff and takes another 2-0 from G2.
Feels a little disjointed there from G2, and Furia smell the weakness, dive in immediately. Another reminder that it doesn't matter who you are, even Broken Blade, as tanky as he is, as many jokes as we make about the Koenig Rockern, if everyone on that team
try to do a full wraparound play here, find a move on to Toots. IU in a lot of trouble. That'll be a free catch for G2. And with the Lucian out of the picture, Baron's alive, Chronicler, and I think that might be where G2 set their sights.
Baron is alive for now.
For only a moment.
Yeah, only see an Horn. Now,
Furia's going to give it.
There's no blue trinket available. They're going to just send it.
Wait,
it's
no,
too early.
They are not going to give it. Tatu jumps in with the Grand Starfall, but that star fell too early. And that is Baron. There could be Annie waiting with a stun primed up. There could be the Nautilus waiting for the point-and-click ulti to guarantee that you're not getting away. And now G2 setting up the siege down here on the tier 2 turret. They're going to go ahead and use the teleport there from Broken Blade to guarantee that Furia don't have a chance to make it engage. Tier 2 barely hanging on. This is the last structure standing for Furia outside of the lines of their base. And G2 only need one more wave to force it down.
G2 is trying to play as calm and collected as possible. Orn items coming through across the board. Only a few more left until everyone is kitted out. Feeling good. It's Rebel Baron power play. Gonna try and play for an inhib.
Okay, Broken Blade, frontlining here. Again, just not afraid of that damage. Calling a bunch of it hits him, but not to great effect, as they've still got that powered up cannon minion. Slowly chipping away at this turret. If we're looking at Orn items, they're empowered now for the Annie and the Trundle alongside the ones that we already mentioned for the Orn and the Jhin. As here it goes, G2 going in for what could be the game-ending play. They do catch Jojo, and Caps guarantees he's already down, but Caps is traded back. IU gets the shutdown there, but G2 continues their push. Its bodies dropping on both sides as Gigo barely stays alive, but now Lebrov, Hans, and Broken Blade gotta be careful. Broken Blade dropped low, but he ain't dead yet. Tatu keeps the chase going as G2 has to back up. Caps dying early meant that Furia was able to stabilize and keep this game alive.
TP.
Now a TP ready to rejoin as Broken Blade continues running away. Tatu and Toots ready to join up with Gigo and try to guarantee a little bit more. Lebrov gets tagged there by the Electro Harpoon. He's out of there, and Grand Starfall's ready to lock up BB. A little bit more damage, a little bit more CC here with a stun.
Really matter. Still gets his spells off. And then here we see a little bit of a too deep chase onto Gigo, who doesn't actually end up going down. Becoming huge.
Yeah, the fact that Gigo lived with 200 HP makes the difference of the follow-up play, as Skewmon has been found out in the bottom lane. He was all alone.
G2, fortunately, despite those picks, didn't end up losing more than a soul point.
Toots with the flash over the wall to guarantee that he doesn't get caught out there by Caps, but now Lebrov could be in a little bit of danger. The Nautilus is not particularly tanky. Tatu just steps up, puts the spear in his back. It's a jungler's instinct to go for the enemy chicken camp when it's up. Caps is going around for a potential. The calling nearly kills him. Caps is dead.
Walk over as Furia try to get the Baron, try to get back in this game.
Curtain Call has opened up though. Tatu's got to be careful about that one. This Baron already doing significant damage to Furia, but they want to keep the aggro on. Curtain Call is gone. Furia with the pick on Caps.
Ooh.
He had smite. He had smite. Mid lane Caps back alive. Hitting level 17 here on the Annie. Furia They'll take the tier 2 at least. The health bars of G2. Now, Cap's coming around from the side. Keep your eyes on the Annie. He's got the flash ult. They try to go in for the ultimate there from the Nautilus as Caps goes in for the engage, but he only engages onto Jojo. Tatsu's here on the front line. He's about to be taken out. Caps barely keeping himself alive as Gigo's about to die here too. Toots stays alive as Ayu gets the kill into Caps, but now the carries on Furia gotta try to escape. G2 have found a massive fight. They found the AD carry, and it's a double kill for Skewmon as he takes a big old bite out of Brazil's hopes in game number 3. It's G2 versus Toots for the next 25 seconds, and G2 are barreling down mid lane. The inhibitor about to fall, the minion wave already ready, and Broken Blade so tanky, he'll take a shower in Nexus turret shots before he backs off. Labrov goes in for the dredge line. They'll lock up Toots. They'll lock up this game. It's G2 after a 37-minute battle, taking game number 3.
And the fact they got Ayu there at the end, I'm pretty sure he got just, despite his flash, clipped.